Well, hello everyone. Say hello. Say hello, people. They're not even here. Right, it's just me. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Bastion versus Sentinel. It is match 3. Was this match 4? I think it's match 4.
Match 4, yeah, match
it's
4.
The finale. That's what it is. It is the finale. We have Bastion v Sentinel today. But Bastion, unfortunately, lost that game against Valor. And then Sentinel lost against Valor as well, so this is going to be a good game. This will be decide who comes second place. So, welcome to my commentary team, Penguino. How are you doing tonight?
I'm alright, yeah, looking forward to this one. These teams look pretty balanced from the get-go. Got a few good members and a few tricks up their sleeves, so I think, yeah, it'll be a good fight.
Agreed. Well, I don't think we have any time for any pre-match interviews, so I think we are getting straight into it very shortly. Whack in the chat who you think is going to win. I know a lot of you are Valor watching this, so it'd be nice to know your guys' perspective on who's going to win. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, well, I think we are going live now. So best of luck to both the teams, and let's go for it.
Let's be fucking having them.
Where are you? Let's be having these. Yeah, Empire, this is an interesting map. Last few rounds, last few occasions, it was often decided by who could just hold those buildings better. I think this is a more conservative map. You have to hang back and get those shots off.
Agreed. Well, you've seen both Bastion and Sentinel play on this map already, so they do have the experience. They know what Valor did. They knew how Valor won. I wonder if the teams are going to use what Valor did against them to their advantage today.
Yeah, it's it'll be interesting coming into this. I think Valor have, Bastion rather, they've had more time to muse in their quite a bit humiliating defeat in the first match against Valor. But Sentinel put out the better performance, but they were going second, so they're both experienced through a match now. And it's the first match where we've had that where both teams experienced, so it'll be good to see put what they know towards.
Amazing stuff. Well, we are seeing Sentinel on the Prussian side with Bastion playing as the Brits again. Bastion have played as the Brits both times now. So that's very, very nice for them, winning that coin toss. And I think we have a few lone players in today. I believe we have
we sure do.
Locke from Valor is a lone player for Sentinel. And the match is beginning. Here we go. Mad Blaster immediately telling his team to spread out. Spread the numbers. Few way haze going on. Alright, let's see. What is Bastion going to do here?
Yeah,
small group follow me.
Okay.
They're going into the building.
Small group follow me.
Referee Potato Waffle
across?
I'm gonna go
seems to be leading this time.
Snipers follow me.
Not being the ref, obviously. He can't have any bias. He's taking a little sniper team of two pioneers.
Snipers on this roof.
Placing them on the roof to get some early shots off. This could be a...
He's fought this through, hasn't
he? He has.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's spreading them out across the roofs here, trying to assert control over the entirety of the courtyard, but no one's died as of yet. This is proving to be, as we suspected, Tropical, very conservative first engagement. They're spreading out here, just seeing what they can do.
Well, we do have a few adjustments today, with a few Bastion members actually coming in who are in the officer corps, with both Mott and Potato Waffle. They were absent from the first match, but they're here now, and I wonder if they're going to play a big part in their victory today if they manage to get that.
Well, it doesn't seem to be going that way at the start here, as Bastion, or Sentinel rather, seem to be coming away from it a bit, but now it's gone level again. This is going to be a very close one, I think.
Agreed. I think this is going to be a lot closer than we've seen in the last few games with Valor involved. I think these two teams, they know what to expect going into these matches now.
You've just got to be careful of those shotguns. They can swing the balance quite heavily if someone manages to pull a good flank off, as we saw there. Bastion kicking out the lead a bit, going above Sentinel for a moment, but they're coming back into it now.
We got some Bastions coming in from the left side, pushing up.
Yeah, maybe going for a little bit of flanking action. See how they do here. It's not the best map to commit to a flank on here, because you might get picked off by the snipers, as we've seen those teams deployed on each of the roof. Who do you think your MVPs will be going into this today?
Oh well, you know, I'm gonna put my numbers on Yank. I think Yank has been absolutely amazing for Bastion. He's been leading the way for Bastion, both in line battles and in these events. He's showing his prowess. He's getting those kills, and we can see now he's already second on the leaderboard for Bastion, just below Tom C, who has got 6 kills, doing really well there. Yeah, I've got a great feeling about Yank. I think he's going to perform very, very well.
Likewise, I think Locke on loan from Valor will put up a good performance as we see him go second behind a returning member who went out for an interesting transfer abroad. He's come back now. That's Mr. Zombie. He came back to the to his homeland, and he seems to be starting well.
Yeah, well, I think it's obvious he felt a bit homesick. You know, he put in that transfer request to the manager, and unfortunately there was nothing the manager could do. And he's back now to home turf. You know, he's enjoying the sunny sunshine.
Much to the delight of his squad, he's well liked around here by both Sentinel and Bastion. As we see it come close once again, this is going to be a tight match. The timer might run out before they get even to 150 kills in this rank.
Agreed. Well, we do have to praise Tom C here. Tom C is holding down this side, getting tons and tons of shotgun kills.
Yeah, he's doing very, very well with that shotgun there, isn't he? It's proved to be, in the capable hands recently, it's proved to be a very decisive weapon that can swing the teams, as we're seeing here. As Tom C contributes 10 to his team, it's a third of their kills.
Yeah, we have Mott
Ooh,
versus...
looks like Locke is retaliating on the left side.
We do have a 4-man British push against 2 Prussians. Locke just dodged the nades.
A little bit of a warning from the referee there, just to make sure they don't go in the sewers. Just in case you're wondering, the rules are no sewers, no spawn camping. It's pretty simplistic, but they must be enforced.
Well, you would hope that both teams know the rules off by heart now, have both played a game already. So I think the referee won't be very lenient with them today if they are breaking those rules. You know, I think some red cards might be thrown out, some yellows for sure. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, no slurs, that is an important rule to note there. Slurs and racism are not tolerated here, guys.
Yeah, we don't condone racism in the 44th. Very, very bad.
Good shot. Reloading.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you there, Tropical. I think that's an accepted take these days. I'm not a fan of it.
We have gone to Commander Dumb over on this northeast side, screaming as he enters a building with no one in. Screaming, take it, lads. Seems he has taken it. So there's no one in there to begin with.
Well, good job to him, I'd argue, you know.
Yeah, it is very respectable, leading the way for his team, increasing morale. I wonder if he does realise that there's a few beneath him that could prove to be a bit of an issue.
Well, you know, we're hitting a bit of a lull here. Should we head to the ground, get an interview from the word, see what the teams are going to do to break the stalemate? Who are you looking at?
Ooh, let's see. I think we let's go to Yank. You know, recently engaged man. Let's see his perspective on this.
How do we get downstairs?
So your team's doing well here. They've taken an early lead and you've held it for a while now, but it's hitting a bit of a lull. They're staying very close together, within 10 at all times. Do you think you're going to be able to break the stalemate and go ahead soon?
I think I'm going to have to charge here. I just want to clear this alleyway, and then I might be making a move into the second story of this building and clearing that shit out.
Yeah, well that's good luck with that, Yank. See if you can break the stalemate.
Hello, sir.
Studio Tropical.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there was Yank. Some wise words, bringing the team on very, very well. Wants to go clear those buildings. Amazing stuff from Yank. Amazing stuff. He seems very, very spirited today. I think he is looking forward to getting a few wins.
This is unfortunate.
Yeah, it certainly is staying very close there. It's not gone above 10-point difference here. Maybe the British faction held by Bastion are getting a little bit of an advantage, having that home turf faction that so many beloved on that side. But Sentinel aren't making it easy for them. They're not running away with this just yet.
What the?
Well, yeah, agreed. Yeah, I think Bastion, you know, they do look like the stronger team at the moment, but we've seen in these games anything can change, especially in that second round in Sentinel v Valor, when Sentinel came back from losing all rounds to winning that round. It's just proof that these games can go either way.
Yeah, indeed, they do go to the wire, but
Oh shit, that's mine.
Bastion's starting to run away with it a little bit here. Sentinel need to rally, they got to be careful. It's gone to 15 now. It's not been this high in a while. They could lose this any minute. It's just a matter of time at the moment. But we are seeing a bit of a drop off in form from Tom C's. He's only got 1 kill and his past 3 deaths. It seems to be proof that the shotgun is very positional based. You've got to get that correct flanking. Do you think it's an effective tool, or do you think maybe it could be hindering their team a little bit?
Well, I mean, his kills speak for themselves, you know. But you know, teamwork is a big part in this, and they need to work together as a team instead of separating into these small little groups. So I think at the moment it is going to hinder them, but if they work on that, I do think that it can work in their favour.
Yeah, indeed. But we do see
If Tom C does focus in the buildings, he could get a ton of kills with that spread damage, which is really good in getting enemy kills.
Yeah, that is very true in the buildings where it's a bit more combined. They've got nowhere to run away from and the rifles are less effective. But at the moment we are seeing those shotguns making the difference actually. The combined shotgun users on the British team, just in the top 3 alone, soaring ahead with 33 kills. That is a third of their team's kills. Without them, they would be losing drastically here.
There's a lot up the stairs and straight.
Well, I mean, here we have Fusilier Sharp, who's just taken the lead for Bastion. Now, Sharp has been absent of the last game. He took a very short break from the game, you know, due to an unfortunate knee injury. I think he had knee surgery on that recently. But he is now back, and you know he's doing really well. 13-1. What arguably doing better than Tom C with 11-5.
Yeah, certainly. That is an MVP worthy performance right now. The sort of thing we saw from No Pants last week, that was so decisive for Valorant, both of their victories. He could be a real key player here tonight. It's drifting away a bit here. It looks like Bastion are going to win this one if Sentinel can't put something together in the final few moments.
It is very impressive. You know, great turnaround from Bastion. You know, they did have that defeat against Valor on game week 1, but you know they've clearly turned things around here. Do you reckon there's been a bit of a tactical change with Potato Waffle coming in? I'm going to take that as a no, and we're going to swiftly move on back to the...
Sorry, what was that? Technical difficulties in this end.
Oh yeah, of course. Now, do you think the Bastion have changed up their tactics with the introduction of their leader, Potato Waffle?
Yeah, maybe. Although we did see him come off the bench last week to make an appearance in the final few rounds. But I think this time he's probably had a bit more of an influence on them. Instead of Matt being the interim manager at the start, he's came in, he's put his ideas in place, he's trained them to the bone, and now we're seeing the fruits of his labour, perhaps.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, it's just a very good performance from Bastion, but Sentinel are starting to pull back ever so slightly here.
Yeah, they have to be careful, Bastion. They've made a massive lead, and it's starting to be cut down here. They've got to keep this momentum to the end, or things could shift the way of Sentinel.
I have to say, Bastion dominating this southwest side of the arena has really helped them in kind of keeping that lead, because you know you've got Mott, you've got Commander Dumb, Tom C. You've got everyone over here, and they are holding this down really well against some big players.
Yeah. I agree. It's been key. It's been pitting down those resources for Sentinel, and they just keep having to defend that way. They're getting flanked towards their spawn, which is not ideal. It's certainly gone their way, taking that side of the map. Yeah, they might not have been getting this result if not. We're starting to see things even out a bit more now, coming within 11 of each other. It's back down to a below 10 difference. Sentinel are rallying here. They must have put some good words in from their leader, Madbuster.
I must say, I've just witnessed Madbuster unlock go on an absolutely amazing move, flanking behind and taking out Bastion's main building on this northeast side, getting quite a few kills while doing it. That was an absolute amazing play. Maybe the play of the game, and never mind, Sharp takes them out alongside Full Metal Shep. Amazing stuff from all sides there. Great plays.
Back up to it in balance at 13 here. We saw an amazing moment from Sentinel last week ahead of the Valor, to the lead against Valor in the final few moments. But it's looking doubtful that they could get this done with a 16 lead as opposed to maybe 2 or 3 behind Valor the entire game last time. Potato Waffle opting for a bit more conservative defense here as he tells his troops to not get over eager and not charge in. Probably the wise thing to do. Learned that one from Harold Godwinson at the Battle of Hastings back in 1066.
Don't push too much.
Tesco raised the price of a meal deal. I've got nothing left to live for.
Throw your smokes.
Well, it's coming down to the wire as we do enter the final 2 minutes here. Honestly, I'm not sure who's going to win this round.
No, I definitely think Bastion are going to take this. They've stabilised now. They had a little bit of a tremor, but they took that lead early on. They kept it. They kept it. They kept it. You know, Sentinel were biting at Bastion's heels, but then they extended it up to 30, which was key because we saw Sentinel make a resurgence. They took 20 out, but now they've stabilised that 20 lead once again. I think they're going to win this now.
Yeah, they definitely took over the northeast side building. They're probably going to try to make a push to the northwest side, hopefully taking over that building as well to get good points on the enemies as well.
Yeah, certainly. And in fact, I don't think they even need any more points here, just to keep those enemies pinned down on that side. I don't think there's any way Bastion can lose this one now. Their lead is too strong. They just need to hold off for a little longer.
Fuck off, Beaver.
Agreed.
They do take over that building. It's a huge point. It's a huge advantage.
Willie Wilson on the master flank here.
Oh my
He's
god.
fluffing his shots, but he gets 2. Can he get Yeatsby? Or it looks like he's going down to a melee. Yeatsby swings, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss for Willie
Well,
Wilson.
Sentinel are doing very well here. They've taken it from 30 back to 18. They are snipping at the Bastion Hills, but I think it's simply a case of not enough time left. It's looking like Bastion are going to wrap this one up now, Tropical.
Yeah, I do think this is a Bastion win, which is really nice for them. Obviously, losing 3, it'll be very, very nice for the morale to get that first round in the bag for them. Very, very promising start. Very, very promising start.
Been very close the whole game though. Do you have to give credit to both teams with their strategies? It's slowed down the pace a lot from last week.
Nice win.
But yeah, this first round win is going to the Bastion team. Their first in their history. See if they can make this an interim contest next round. If Sentinel can win, it'll come down to the match point.
And there we have it. Bastion take round 1. Now that was a round and a half.
Yeah, wrapping up the scoreboards for each team, we have the Real Mott, Sharp, Yank, Josh A, and Tom C for Bastion. And for Sentinel, we have Locke, Mad Blaster, their leader, Willie Wilson, and Night Planet.
Wow, Mott, what a hidden talent he was. He kind of appeared right at the end, getting a lot of kills there. He was very important to that left side for Bastion.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be very, very nice to see how round 2 goes. I wonder if they're going to adopt the same kind of techniques going into it. Obviously, it's a very different map, a lot more open. So it's definitely going to be a show.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to bring in Potato Waffle now here, see what he did to inspire his team to get that first win in their history.
Bring him in.
I have to do that.
How can you not drag him?
No.
Uh-oh. Some technical difficulties ever so quickly, folks. Bear with
No,
me.
let's bring Mad Blaster in first and see what he has to say about that team's loss.
Bring my blaster in.
Mad Blaster, real quick.
Hello.
How did it go for your team that round? You did lose in the end, but it was quite close the entire time. What do you pin your loss down to ultimately, and what good things do you have to say about your
I
team?
pinned my loss down to not being able to use the sewers and not having a shotgun from the start.
Yes, that is true. The shotguns proved to be very effective there. They killed about 50, 60 of your team. If you took away the shotguns, your team would have certainly won with a dominating lead. You could incorporate that into your thinking to the next tactics. Use those shotguns, maybe take the lead early on and see if you can take this win.
Now we got a new strategy.
Well, it sounds good. Hector Barbosa, good luck down there. I'm sure you can take your lead.
Oh, yeah, come
take
suck.
your team to a win.
All right, let's bring in Potato Waffle and see what he has to say.
Hello, Potato Waffle. Good work there. You got your team, you rallied them, and you got Bastion's first win in their TDM history. You opted for a slightly more conservative tactic, holding back and pinning them down from all the buildings. What do you think was the most important factor to your victory there?
Well, as you said, we did use a more conservative tactic, but the reason for that was our coach has developed a new plan. Our coach, Soggy Biscuits, I must give credit to the man. He's developed a new training plan for our players, and he's told us where to aim with the rifles, which has really helped us. And we've seen prospects like Tom C getting nice bundles of kills, and it's really helping us along the way. So if we stay back, we're able to use our newfound precision to point the dart through Sentinel's eye. Win the game.
Well, that certainly is a powerful analogy, but it seemed your shotguns were doing just as much as your precision rifles that round, getting about 60 kills combined between them in the top 10 alone. How pivotal were they to your victory?
Well, the shotguns are always going to be pivotal. It's great weaponry, but you can't go all shotgun. That's why the backup of the precision rifles is very nice, but just the assault of the brave soldiers who got in there, really stuck in the mud with the shotguns, killing their way through. It just makes me proud to be manager of this team.
Yeah, well, that certainly was a good performance. Not the most decisive win, but it got the job done. You got there in the end, and it felt like you were going to take the win the whole way through. Thank you for joining us, Potato Waffle. Good luck with this next round. See if you can get the win for the event.
Thank you very much.
And let's go to our second map on Countryside Team Deathmatch. Take it away, Tropical.
Here we go, Countryside. Now, we have seen the teams lose on this map. Sentinel did get the win on this map, but Bastion got dominated on this map. But like Potato Waffle was saying, his new tactics, I think they're going to prove very, very important to their win here. I do have faith in Bastion here. I do think that they are going to power through. They're going to keep the momentum going. And I could see a Bastion second win here and potentially win the match and get all points.
Well, certainly it's going to be a difficult task, however, when we saw Sentinel put up that stiff resistance to take the win last week. Surprising Valor in the last few moments. So if they can carry what they had channeled last week into this event, even without people like No Pants, then it's going to be a very interesting round we have going here. Because Bastion are in good form, but Sentinel dominated here last time.
Agreed. Sentinel, they have proved that they know this map. And beating the best of the teams, being Valor, it does show that they are a force to be reckoned with. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they perform. And we are now live. Let's get a bit of an aerial view so we can see the teams all moving up here. It does seem like Sentinel are splitting off while Bastion are doing the same. It's going to be a good fight on all areas of the map here. I am looking forward to it.
If Bastion does take this middle house right here, they have a good vantage view on the enemy team in the hayfield. They could definitely get those rifle shots in and get a bunch of kills.
Well, we do have First Blood. Soggy Biscuits taking out Zombie. But like Potato Waffle said, Soggy Biscuits, their main coach, doing God's work, telling them where to aim, and it's clearly proving well for him as he does get the kills. But it is proving to be a closer game here. Ooh, amazing grenade there from Yank.
Yeah, it's very important here that the teams put their foot down and take a lead. They don't want to see it run away early on. Bastion are starting to do that a little bit, but it's too close to call at the moment.
Agreed. We are going to have to wait out these minutes and see how it goes. It is looking good. It's looking very promising.
The British push looks a bit more effective. They've cut off that south side. They've got round the church. They have them pinned there. They can't push from that way, and they're starting to come in from the north here. Bastion or Sentinel are going to have to address these issues immediately to avoid a rout here. They're just moving out of spawn a bit skew-whiff. They've got to be effective here. They've got to be decisive, or they could just hand this win to Bastion and say goodbye to the event.
Agreed. I think there is a bit more teamwork needed on Sentinel's behalf here, as Bastion are starting to take a bit of an advantage. Seems we have a big battle about to commence in the church. A lot of shotguns in this church, as Yank is going to try to lead the way for his team to get in.
Interesting dynamic here. We see both MVPs. We've got Yank and Locke on top of both their teams. An American duo. Some classify them as twins, indistinguishable, both specialists, and they're both proving pivotal to their teams here. Both going 3-1. It's going to be an interesting dynamic to see which of those come out on top.
Agreed. Oh, there is a bit of mean words going on in the chat there towards him. You know, the referees might have to step in, as that was just outrageous there. That was unsportsmanlike conduct from...
I don't know, I think that's part of the game, quite frankly, when you have to take a step back and look at it sometimes. That's just how it goes in these events. We can't put our foot down too much. These people have lots of emotions when they come into these games, so we have to respect that. But if the descent goes too far, you might have to apply yellow to some of these.
Looks like Mob pushing in from the northeast side, getting a bunch of kills in the house. He is getting closer and closer to the enemy spawn, hopefully not spawn killing anybody, but he does have a good vantage view on the enemies pushing in from the east side.
Yeah, he certainly is being pivotal here. Yank and Locke, they're both very important players here. One on PC, one on console. Some people try to compare them. Just enjoy them, man.
Here we see Mott, big kill there. Another big kill for Mott. Mott is proving to be absolutely amazing for
He's
Bastion.
killing it with that shotgun out there on the wing. He's the reason Bastion are winning these rounds at the moment.
Mott decides to reload in the open. He is lucky that there are no members of Sentinel pushing him, as that could have been very, very bad for him. But Petrol Pigeon is looking in the wrong area. Mott moves in, he missed the shot. Oh, he whiffs again! He whiffs again! Oh, and he finally gets it. That could have been very embarrassing for
Yeah, that was
for
a
Mott.
poor showing for Mott there. But he is certainly topping that team there. Should we go down for a ground interview and see his thoughts on the events at this moment?
Let's go speak to him.
Mott, have you got time for a few questions?
Questions? No.
Your team's taking an early lead here. They're doing well to keep Sentinel behind, but much of that comes down to you using your shotgun here, being the MVP for 2 rounds running. How effective is that weapon in your hands?
This weapon effective for me is so much better than rifle. I like the shotgun. Rifle shotgun gun good. The shotgun is all. You can shoot it in the far. Like clear in the far. Just need the skills. That's a very skilled. That's a very skilled weapon, but if you get the skill, it's made so much of the weapon. It's all.
Well, that is all, folks. Back to you in the studio.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, real Mott, not the fake Mott, real Mott, showing that he has the skill to pay the bills with that shotgun.
Hey mate, I see you. Hello.
Getting kills mid-interview as well, which is very impressive.
No, you go away.
We do have Petrol Pigeon versus Mott again here. This is going to be an interesting fight. Oh, and Mott has been taken out by Locke. Shot in the back. Petrol Pigeon very happy that Mott has been defeated. Bit of rivalry between the two, perhaps.
Yeah, certainly looking that way. Mott seems to be getting the control of that rivalry though, so Petrol Pigeon needs to be careful that this doesn't go to his head and affect him.
Agreed.
This round,
Composure.
it's a neck and neck situation, as you can see on the leaderboard. 61-57. Let's see who can win. Tropical, who do you think you will win this round?
Well, it's too close to call right now. Sentinel know this map very well. They've got the win on this map, but Bastion are proving that they've also learned this map. And as close as it is, I do think Sentinel might come out on top this round. Looking at it, they might be lower on the scoreboard at the moment, but we have seen them come back, and I think in the pivotal moments they're going to turn this around.
Yeah, we just got to be careful here we don't apply the commentator's curse, but if they can keep this gap down or even take the lead, they have a chance, just as we saw last week against Valor, where they took that last minute lead. But they just got to be careful it doesn't slip away for this round. If they can get the equaliser and overtake, that will be a morale boost and a half, and they will crush the Bastion spirits. But at the moment, Bastion are doing what they need to and just keeping that lead and hanging it out for the next half of the round.
Yeah, good shit.
Agreed. We have Zombie and the Survivor. Never mind, Zombie's been taken out. The Survivor is pushing up against Mott, Rob, and Walter, and Mott gets him. Wow, what a shot from Mott! What a shot!
That shotgun in his hand is certainly powerful.
From him. Night Planet taking out Mott. Very, very good grenade from Night Planet. A 30-meter throw. Very, very impressive.
Doing that to avenge his friend Survivor. They came into this TDM, this regiment together, and they are battling very well here today.
Now we are back with Rob, kind of trying to lead his team here. One of them does unfortunately pass away. Oh, we got a bush camper. Carl Franz. I don't think Rob knows that he's in the bush. Very, very good position, I must say. Very, very good. And Rob is taken out. Very, very close as we just reached the halfway point, pretty much, in this match. Very, very close.
Sentinel got to act decisively here. If they let this lead slip, then there's no chance. And they might not even be able to do anything unless they overtake soon. I think this is going to be their best chance of the event. And they need to make this round count. If they lose, they're done and dusted. And they can only play for pride next round.
Right, let's go the other way.
Agreed.
Get angry.
Ooh, it seems Brits are trying to push the church. There is just one man in there. No Neck says, "Hello, my name is," and gets interrupted with 8 pellets to the face. That's going to be unfortunate for her. She's going to feel that one in the morning.
Yeah. Let's just hope that doesn't appear on the highlights for the sake of them.
And I must say, this regular, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, so I'm just going to call him 44th Regular. He took them all out there. Amazing work from him. Oh, and he gets another one. He was playing the piano, and it seems like he curb stomped him on the piano. Very impressive.
Cash Kriv is doing well there.
Oh, and Walter's behind him. He doesn't realise. Walter gets one stab, but he survives the stab. Not sure how he survived the stab, and now he is taken out, but Liam gets revenge. Great teamwork there, you know. Sentinel came in when they needed him, and they took him out.
I've got 2 hits.
Yeah, Bastion are sailing to the victory for this round in the event here. Sentinel got to make sure they don't get away. They haven't been able to find that equaliser and take the lead, so they've got to be careful here. They've got to do some decisive action. Maybe one combined push to take out a flank, or just got to rely and have faith in each other to keep playing well, keep taking out enemies here.
And it is still extremely close. I don't want to call this game yet. I think, you know, we're moving into just under 5 minutes left, and this could go either way.
These next few moments are decisive. If Bastion continue to keep this lead, then I think they'll have it. But if Sentinel can overtake it, we're in for a very interesting affair.
Without a doubt. Now we're going to take a look at the scoreboard here and see Booney on top of the scoreboard with Specialist Locke on the other side, with Mott just behind Booney, and Willie Wilson behind Locke. Very, very impressive from Booney. I do remember Booney did very, very well for Bastion in the other matches, and it's nice to see that they are continuing with that skill topping the scoreboard.
Yeah, certainly so. Bastion made those final moments count there. 4 minutes left. Sentinel could still do something. They've been teetering just behind, but they've got to do it soon. Bastion are going to start running away with this. They've extended the gap to 7 after previously getting down to a lower 3. It's going back to 3 now, though. This could be interesting. It's 4 people from the Bastion team taken out by a great push there from Sentinel.
This is very, very, very close. Very quiet now, though. No kills going on.
Yeah, people are being very conservative. They're listening to their managers. They want this win. They don't care how they do it. They don't care if it's scrappy. Both of these companies are fighting for pride, yet to win an event. Both of them have won 1 round currently. As we see that lead, they go down to 2-1. It's down to 1 now. Back up to 2.
Watch me.
It's a 3.
Yeah, I got.
Bastion are just about clinging on here.
Never mind.
They've almost won this event. They've got 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes.
Lead is only at 4.
3 minutes and they can claim glory of 2nd place. Now, I think that'll be very, very nice for Bastion. A redemption arc for them, so to speak.
Yeah, they can't let this slip now, though. It would be definitely embarrassing. Sentinel, we've seen throughout this event, they've been consistent. They've been good. They've been keeping up with their adversaries, but it's just not been enough. They need that spark. They need that extra player. And I thought I might see that today with the addition of Locke on loan from Valor. He's been pivotal. He's top of the leaderboard. He's trying all he can, but it might not be enough. They might need some more firepower up front, though.
I could not agree more.
That's the problem there.
Do have a few questions in chat, just to clarify, Brock Cooper. It is best of 3, not best of 5. There is 3 games. Which would mean Bastion, if they continue with the lead in this next 2 minutes, they will win and take 2nd place across the entire tournament. With
Back down to 1 here, though. Sentinel, they need to capitalise on this now. I think this will be the last chance they get, Tropical. If they don't take the lead, I think they're out.
They're right next to Mott.
Agreed. I mean, I must say this has probably been the most entertaining match so far.
It's got an equaliser. Willie Wilson.
Now, I must say this is first to 150. Am I correct?
I'm not sure you are correct. I think it's time-based.
Well, that is a shame because we could see this go to the wire to hit 150. Never mind the time base.
Well,
but
yeah,
the time base
so.
was still going to go down to the wires. Bastion taking a 4-man lead.
Yeah, Sentinel managed to equalise twice there, but they've slipped away to 5 again. That was close there. If they took the lead, that could have rallied them. They could have got the win here, and that is pivotal. They're down by 4 now. It's hard to see them getting back into this. I think Bastion are going to cruise to a win.
Well, I wouldn't put anything as an absolute yet. You know, we don't do if, buts, and maybes. We do absolutes, and there is definitely no absolutes at the moment.
Yeah, 5 more to go here. Coming into the final minute, the teams are separated only by 3. We need some leaders, some heroes to step up here. If they can get a good flank with that shotgun and take out a horde of enemies, something special could happen here. Down to 40 seconds, we see the team separated by 6. I think Bastion are running away with this one.
Do we think that Sentinel are going to do it again, though? Come back in the last few seconds. We've
I
seen them
just
do
think-
it.
I don't know. I think they're too separate now. I think they had a chance when they equalised at 136. They had a chance, but I think it's gone now. They're not going to get 9 kills in the next 20 seconds. It's over for Sentinel, I think. I think Bastion have won their event here.
Oh, it is coming down to the wire. It's still relatively close, just 8 behind. Never mind, it is extending, and they are. Oh, it's getting closer and closer.
I just don't think there's time here, Tropical.
5 seconds left until Bastion secures second place, and I think we can say now Bastion have come second place in this tournament. Sentinel just 7 behind.
Are victorious.
Yeah, well done to them.
Unfortunate.
Bastion get their first win of the season, taking 3 points immediately, plus the 2 for their round wins. Bastion, sorry. Let's see if Sentinel can win 1 round at least to keep their pride, and they can at least go home saying they won in both events.
You know, you have to give it to Sentinel. You know, it's been close both games. Then by no means they are a bad team. They are still a very, very good team, and you know, the fact that it is that close just proves that, you know, Sentinel in season 2, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, I totally agree. Should we bring some of the members of the teams in here? Not the managers, but bring some players in. See what they think's happening.
Let's bring some Bastion players in here. See how they are
Well,
celebrating their victory. Right. Let's have a look. We are going to bring in Commander Dumb. We're going to bring him in. Commander
Dumb.
Yes.
Welcome to the commentary gantry. Your team has won the event, but there's still 1 more round to go. It was very close these previous 2 rounds, but you had the edge. What do you put that to?
I will say it was our careless disregard for the enemy and their absolute decimation of our forces.
Yeah, so going for a ruthless, aggressive tactic, just
I think it was that.
Taking them out. It's certainly powerful and sent a message. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on your victory, Commander Dunn.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, I think maybe we go to a Sentinel player next. See how they're faring. We have unfortunately just lost Penguin and him, and he is back now. Right, let's go grab a Sentinel player. You know what? We're gonna grab the Lone E Specialist Locke. We're gonna get his perspective.
Locke, welcome to the commentary gantry. You've been performing excellently today, doing everything you can for the Sentinel team, and they've been close at times, but it's just not been enough. What do you think's gone wrong here? What do you think they need to improve on for this last round to get a point for pride?
Honestly, I think they're just not playing passive enough. They're not holding back. They're just running forward with no goal, and they're dying. That's what's holding them back.
We certainly heard something similar from Bastion there. They said they were being ruthless, just picking you off as they come towards you. Do you pin this down to a lack of discipline from the troops, or is the leadership not doing enough?
No hate to nobody, but it's a lack of orders.
Well, that is certainly an interesting take, and one which Sentinel might need to take on board. They need to knuckle down here. If they can get a win for pride here at the very least, then they'll take something home, and they would have won in both events. Thank you for joining us a lot. Good luck for this final round.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think it is time that we get into this final round, as it is getting quite late on a Saturday night. People want to go to bed. We move into Port Nile. Port Nile has proven to be a very close quarters map. I think the shotguns are going to be used quite a lot here. How do you think this is going to go, Penguino?
Yeah, this has been an interesting map. We saw both game weeks, teams getting close and down to the wire here. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Certainly, that central tower, as much as shotguns may prove effective, to, as you were saying, it's close quarters, there's lots of cover. That central tower, getting a sniper in there, that's proved pivotal. That's broken teams in the past. If they get a sniper up there, they can pick things off, they can pin players down. I think that will be the factor that wins it.
Well, it's going to be a watch for sure. There is no doubt about that. We have 14 minutes of entertainment coming up for you folks. 14 minutes. We do have a few Bastion guys in the chat. We have Exiled Odyssey, who I do believe is sharp, saying it's all about not dying, you see, which, you know, wise words and kind of obvious.
Yeah, that's an interesting take from it. Some people, certainly, like Locke was saying there, they would consider it not about dying. However, we heard a slightly different perspective from Bastion. They were being a bit more aggressive. We heard that ruthlessness from Commander Dunn. Perhaps they care a little bit less about their own casualties as long as they go forward and inflict a bit more death upon the enemy.
Agreed. And some more bits from Exiled Odyssey saying Carol Bastion, a creative swing on Carol Baskin, the hit woman in the TV show Tiger King. Very, very take from him there, kind of relating the two together, you know. But whatever floats your boat, pun not intended, as I'm looking currently at some boats.
Oh, very interesting. It's certainly a good wordplay from here. I think Shakespeare will be cooling up soon. Maybe get him on his writing team.
Well, we also have some Valor perspective in the chat now, just popping up. From Ken Patchy 1985 saying, that's what made us lose our only map as Valor. We lost too many lives. Now, he is meaning that last round, that last map, where Valor were defeated for the first time and the only time. Yeah, just losing too many lives, you know, that is mainly, you know, the focus, and the losing factor in these games is when you die, since this is a team deathmatch, and whoever gets the most kills, you know, does win in the end of the day. Oh, and it's No Pants in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. It is No Pants. We have a celebrity.
Yeah, he's certainly been an MVP these past few weeks. I think the Valor matches, of 6 of them, he either got 5 or 6 MVP awards. He's been very potent. He knows this game mode. He's been around this Frontlines League for a while.
Yeah, well, I could not agree more. I mean, No Pants, he's an expert within Frontlines, you know, topping the scoreboards, the global scoreboards for Frontlines, and, you know, that's obviously proved vital to Valor's success, and I think their team would agree. But we don't want to talk too much about Valor here, as this is a Sentinel v Bastion, and it is neck and neck, 20v20.
Yeah, we've seen this every round, but it's not got as close as this, as we Sentinel take the lead for perhaps the first time since the early stages of that first round. So they could get a win here, and that would certainly mean something. They would be, you know, they wouldn't get as many points. They would be the only team not to win an event, but they would also be the only team other than Valor to win at least a round in every event. So it's a point of pride, but they are starting to go behind again here now.
Well, you know, I was just seeing Bastion, they were controlling that middle tower. It was Fusilier Sharp in there, but he did have a shotgun, then he disappeared, so I'm assuming he has respawned to grab a rifle, and I am correct in that assumption as he is pushing towards that tower now. Since Bastion do control this middle ground, which is going to be very, very important.
Yeah, certainly so. And so we see it's swinging. It is swinging here. We saw Bastion retake the lead. We saw Sentinel go ahead, and it's come back down again. Sentinel have gone ahead again, but they've got to be careful. Bastion might come back. It's going to be a close and interesting match here. I think the referees are just going to let this one play out. No need to intervene at the end.
Agreed. And I am getting some chatter that Comrade Cross has something to say. I believe my fax machine has just activated, so I will I'll receive that letter and let you guys know what it says very, very shortly. But what do you think of the performance so far from Bastion compared to how they performed in Game Week 1, Penguino?
Compared to Game Week 1, they've come a long way. They've listening to their leaders a bit more. I think Game Week 1 they were a bit naive. I think they a bit arrogant. They were trying to do things that maybe they weren't capable of. But now they've knuckled down, they've gathered together, and they're listening to their leaders, and they're putting themselves to the test against Sentinel here.
I could not agree more. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I do have Comrade Cross's words right in front of me. He seems to say, Valor on top, Sentinel and Bastion could never beat us, even in a 2v1. Some very, very interesting words there.
That's a very interesting claim. It's very arrogant indeed, because of course we know Sentinel did beat Valor in a 1v1. So in a 2v1, it would be hard pressed to put your money against the combined forces of that coalition. But you know, Valor does have some heavy hitters.
Without a doubt, very arrogant from Comrade Cross. You know, everyone thinks he's a nice guy, but you know when you know him, he's a terrible person, a very very mean person.
Yeah, God, what he did in the Yugoslav wars in the 1990s, you wouldn't want to know. He proved a bit of a ruthless dictator out there. He's got an interesting past, that Comrade Cross.
Once again, this game is neck and neck. This is a very very interesting match so far, I must say. 58 to 56. Oh, never mind. I just eat my words up again. Zombie somehow killed himself. Interesting technique from him there.
Yeah, certainly interesting indeed. We're seeing the shotguns now. I think Sentinel finally clocked. The shotguns have been once winning the rounds for Bastion, and they're putting their own in. They've got shotguns all through the ranks. They're using them. They're pushing up high, and they're getting some of these kills. We're seeing a lot of people at the top of the leaderboards, especially on 1 death, 0 death. They're starting to be a bit more conservative even than rounds before. This scoreline is quite low, considering the map's close range.
You know, I must say I'm very very surprised that there's not more of a battle for this central tower. I do see Pancake and somebody else. I haven't quite caught their name. Let's have a little look. Soggy Biscuits holding down that tower against Liam and Mad Blaster. But you would think, you know, this tower has proved dominant for the teams in the other 2 matches on this map. You would think that they would kind of put more pressure on controlling that central area, but there doesn't seem to be much.
Yeah, certainly so. I think the shotguns have proved the decisive factors today, abandoning maybe the factors of last week where it's about sharpshooting. You had those no pants on top, you know, people like that. It was all about precision, staying back, getting minimal casualties and picking off as many enemies as you can. Whereas this week it's been a bit more gung-ho regarding the shotguns. Certainly had some conservative gameplay, especially for the first 2 rounds, but these shotguns are proving pivotal.
This is looking very interesting, and Mott and Pistol going to a melee bash, but Mott does come out successful there.
Yeah, Sentinel did take a lead there. They went up to almost 10, but their momentum has definitely stalled. They've put the brakes on here. They're now behind by 4. They don't want to see this slip away in the last few minutes. Bastion are starting to push back hard. This could go terribly wrong.
Whoa, there's a lot of them.
I could not agree more. I could not agree more. Naughty Badger getting a little double kill there. Lovely stuff from him.
I think it's alright.
Yeah, Bastion is starting to take a bit of a lead here, up by 9 as it stands. Sentinel aren't going to want to let that happen, and oh my god, the lead is coming back very, very quickly. A very rapid turnaround for Sentinel there.
There's still some guys inside one of the houses, I believe.
Getting closer and closer. We are about to fall into 6 minutes remaining of this TDM season, and you know this match has been one to look for. You know, it's definitely been it's been a big one, very anticipated, and thankfully the lads have gone out. They put on a show, and they have not disappointed at all.
This has certainly been our closest event. I think the score difference is below 30 as we stand at the moment overall for all 3 rounds. That's very close indeed, especially since the Valor stomping we saw last Friday, and even the Valor kind of dominance over Sentinel. You know, Sentinel did put up a show, but we've not seen one as close as this yet. Just going past half time a few minutes ago, we saw Bastion reclaim that lead. Sentinel stalled a bit, but you know it's coming a bit closer now. See what Sentinel can do.
Well, I think it might be time to go for another mid-match interview. I am currently spectating Potato Waffle at the back of the map, being a bit of a sharpshooter here. So let's see what he has to say.
Potato Waffle, your team has been dominant today. They've got all the wins so far, and they're cruising their way to another win. However, Sentinel have been putting up some defiance. They almost nicked it last round, and they were leading early on this round. What do you think your team could improve on next week despite these wins?
Well, I heard a lot of people being sceptical about using shotguns. I feel like we could be more positive with the use of that. We seem to be more comfortable with the use of snipers. As we've transitioned, you can see later game, I've told our team to transition to rifles, and boy, it's worked. I mean, we're in a lead of 17 currently, 18, 20 now. That's lovely to see, but yeah.
Take it back.
Yeah, certainly interesting tactics there. Starting early with the shotguns, trying to take that lead, but when it doesn't work, or perhaps you have taken that lead, falling back on those is more perhaps easier to use rifles. Good luck, Potato Waffle. Let's see if your team can take this win and all 6 points tonight.
Thank you very much.
Some very positive words there from Potato Waffle, encouraging his team, claiming that they've worked on their losses, and you know it is proving to show, as Bastion have played amazingly today. Now I think it might be worth us going to another member, not of Bastion this time, maybe to Sentinel. And I'm thinking maybe we go to, let's see. Who should we go to? Have you got any recommendations, Penguino, with Sentinel, of course, being your company? Maybe we go to, let's see. So many options, ladies and gentlemen, so many options.
Hold them, boys, hold them. Yes, kill them. They're not.
I'm not even. It seems like everybody's engaged in a bit of a fight right now.
I think perhaps we could go to a member who's been here over the summer, been acting hard. Maybe Night Planet. See what he's got to say.
Yeah, let's go say hello to Night Planet.
Night Planet, your team is doing well here today. They're putting up a real fight, but they've not been able to secure any of the points so far. What do you put that down to?
Boys, hold it, hold it. Still,
hold on.
Don't
I'm trying to hit Mott, and I can't hit Mott.
Get the kills back, boys.
No. So do you put it down to the use of shotguns they have on the enemy team? Is that what you would say is dicking you over the most?
Make the last 10.
I think we're quite unorganised. I think that's what's letting us down.
Well, I mean, the team needs to acquire the leadership, maybe a bit more of a commanding voice.
I don't know, yeah, maybe.
Well, good luck with that Night Planet. Let's see if you guys can get some of the points here.
Some wise words from Guardsman Night Planet. Very, very nice to see an enlisted's perspective on the match. Usually we do go to these NCOs and COs, so it is very, very nice to get an enlisted's perspective on how he thinks his team is going. And it seems Mott has a bit of a bounty on his head by Sentinel. It seems they are all targeting Mott, and you know, looking at the scoreboard, you can see why. 24 and 6. Mott doing better by 10 kills, more than 10 kills. Penguino, how do you think Mott has really changed the tides in today's fixture?
I think more than just the kills and the direct points themselves. Obviously, that's like you'd like to have that in your team. I think it's more the fact that by killing these members, he always seems to be the one picking them off. I think he's got in their heads a little bit. Instead of going for the enemies that they can pick off and they know they can beat, they're going for him. They're trying to take him on. I just don't think it's wise. I think they just need to get a small group to concentrate on him, but everyone seems to be aiming for him. I don't think it's wise. I think they need the leadership to address that.
Agreed. You know, I think the post-match interviews are going to really open up our kind of eyes to how Sentinel have operated today.
Yeah, certainly so. We've seen a few heavy hitters on both teams. Should we do a quick vote on who your MVP is today, Tropical?
Oh well, my MVP for Bastion, without a doubt, it has to be the real Mott, not the fake Mott, the real Mott. You know, every game he has been top of the scoreboards. I think throughout the 3 rounds he has been at the top, which is just amazing. You know, he comes in after missing the first game, and he's proved that they clearly missed him on that first match. Maybe if he was there, those results could have gone differently, but we can't think about them. They are over, and we're in the present now. And yeah, without a doubt, for Bastion, Mott has been my man of the match.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. More than just the kills, he's been so pivotal tactically to them. We were hearing earlier from Potato Waffle about them pushing earlier with the shotguns, then falling back on the sniper rifles. Mott has been crucial to that. He's gone in, he's got the kills, he's got that lead as we see him get to 30 kills almost. Without him, they'd be 10 behind, and that's just one man in a match of 25v25. So yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. As we come down to the final 10 seconds here, take it away.
Well, you know, I think we can all say it now. Bastion have, in fact, won all 3 games today, and what a turnaround for them. I think the coaches, the backroom staff, they're going to be very, very happy with this performance. Amazing stuff from Bastion, but we can't count Sentinel out. The matches have been extremely close, and Sentinel performed absolutely amazingly. An amazing signing, getting Locke on loan for these 3 games, as he's proved to be arguably my MVP for Sentinel across the 3 games, performing amazing. So it's been an amazing performance from both sides. I think they should all be happy with their results. Sentinel are very unlucky that they didn't get any of the points today.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be disappointed and maybe a bit frustrated, coming so close. That it's not even just the lack of running around; it's the lack of winning the event. Even though they lost 3-0 on paper, it was just a matter of kills away each round. If they got maybe 30 more points in total, they could have won the event 3-0 the other way. So it really did come down to the wire and those key players.
Without a doubt. And now we have, ladies and gentlemen, Bastion 3, Sentinel 0, making Bastion and Valor the only two teams to go undefeated in this tournament.
Should we,
per game, of course.
Yeah, certainly so. Should we bring in the MVP now? Maybe have a few words with the real Mott.
Let's bring in the real Mott. Bear with me.
Just in the meantime, while we're sorting this interview, thank you for tuning in to the stream today. We'll be back live when there's more 44th events. Maybe not TDMs in the future, but we'll be certainly streaming the Sentinel, Bastion, Valor. They'll have fights soon, maybe looking towards Halloween. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed Discord.gg/44 for all your daily shenanigans. Send your clips in through, submit your clips if you wish to maybe have them included in the highlights.
All right, without further delay, let's get Mott in here.
Mott, excellent job today. You were awarded the MVP award. What do you put that down to? You performed so well with that shotgun.
I just like the shotgun, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, I'm blessed to see myself in the top 1 and feel myself as MVP. Like, I was supposed to be in the down of the list, but hey, I get it on top.
Yeah, you certainly did well, and you did prove pivotal in the end. I think without you, Bastion might not have won so easily. So yeah, thank you for joining us today, Mott. You proved a real warrior. Should we hear from perhaps a member of Sentinel now? Tropical, see how their team reacted to that difficult loss. They did well, but it wasn't enough in the end.
I think we should bring in Mad Blaster. You know, he was leading the way. He had some wise words at the start. He had some wise words at the intermission. It'll be very interesting to see his thoughts at the unfortunate end of this event. Where is Mr. Mad Blaster?
We'll bring him in now.
Oh.
Hello, Mad Blaster. Thank you for joining us here in the commentary gantry. The team did quite well tonight. We saw that total point gap go down to about 30 across all 3 rounds, but you just couldn't get it over the line. What do you think that's down to?
I think it's down to World War One weapons. None of our players actually know how to use a fucking World War One gun. So hopefully we don't have to use them anymore, and we dominate in everything else that's not World War One shit. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, for sure. Some people just aren't used to them. People like No Pants we saw last week from Valor and Mott, I think they're a bit more experienced with this frontline weaponry. I think next time though for these team death matches we will be swapping it up a bit when it comes closer to Halloween. But you certainly did well there with the tactics. Your team seemed to be getting good results. You know, you almost made a comeback in that middle map there, but it just wasn't enough in the end.
Yeah, you know, you got to win some to lose some. No, you got to lose some to win some. You know, that's.
Certainly so. Thank you for joining us, Mad Blaster, and sorry about your loss today.
It's all Casey's fault.
Certainly an interesting claim there, but yeah, a lot of people ringing out the message blaming KC, perhaps a bit of a chant to try and sack the ownership.
Indeed, indeed. Now, we've heard from Sentinel's leader tonight. Let's hear from the victorious side. Bastion, Potato Waffle. I believe you are already in here. How do you feel?
Yeah. I am overjoyed with our players. That they're overjoyed too, and I can't even put it to strategy or coaching. To be honest, it's just raw talent, raw morale. They've just pushed it through. They want to see a win, and we finally did it. We actually pushed to second in the league table, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're just so happy. They're buzzing. They're like, you know, they're going out for drinks tonight in the pub. You know, they're just loving it.
Absolutely amazing stuff. It does warm my heart to see Bastion in good spirits after, unfortunately, you know, being dominated in the game week 1. Who do you think your MVP is for Bastion today?
I mean, I've got to agree with the panel here. He's voted Mott. I mean, he's just been incredible with their shotgun today. He's been leading the charge. He's been pushing up into unknown areas, been slicing through the Sentinel front lines, and he's just been killing and killing. And that's what we like to see in the league today.
Amazing, amazing stuff. Rewards all around for Mott, of course. Now, Potato Waffle, was there any other standout players that you saw?
Well, to be honest, I'm gonna give it to the whole team. But if I did have to mention a few players, Tom C in the first round was incredible with the shotgun as well. I think that kind of inspired Mott to push through. Yank, again, consistently good. He's been good throughout all of our matches so far this season. Incredible player. And I've also got to give it to Soggy Biscuits, our wonderful coach, who helps us along with using the new equipment. It was lovely for our team, very helpful.
All right, amazing words. Thank you very, very much for those words of wisdom from you there, Potato Waffle, and congratulations on your team's win today.
Thank you.
Well, I think it is time that we wrap things up. We've seen some amazing battles across the three games that have been played across the weeks. Penguino, do you have a favourite match that we have seen?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to look past that Sentinel Valor comeback the other week. It was absolute cinema at the end there. They took the lead in the last 30 seconds. But some of the matches today have been quite good. That first round was a real tactical clash, and it was consistent the whole way through. So I think I'd have to go for Sentinel Valor in that open map. But yeah, they've all been quite good this week.
Agreed. I am in the same mind. That game was so close. And it was just entertaining throughout. Both teams did amazingly, and then Sentinel got that win, which was lovely to see for Sentinel. You know, an amazing comeback. So I'm going to agree with you there. That match is probably going to get awarded Match of the Month award, which is really amazing for Sentinel. Now, unfortunately, I think it is time that we do wrap things up. It is getting late. People want to go to the pub and celebrate, or people want to go to the pub and drown their sorrows. Each to their own, I suppose. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will release more information on further matches to come, if there are going to be some, in the near future. You can stay tuned. Stay tuned to the 44th YouTube page for more amazing moments, 44th highlights, and all of that jazz. Now, I've been Tropical.
It's been me, Penguino.
And thank you guys for watching.